So this is free-flowing ones?
Mm-hmm.
Except they're still kind of not
They
individually.
That's correct.
They should be more They should not be as clumped together. They should be more individuals.
Mm-hmm. That's correct. But this is how they actually look inside. See, it's a little better now. See, this is.
So basically, after a while, they start dying?
Yeah, under the slide, they'll last for a couple of hours. So these are some other white blood cells here. The larger one there.
Those are white cells?
White blood cells, And those are your defense mechanism. But I see, these are still lymphocytes here.
They kind of break up those white blood cells. I saw them, they're kind of like break up all the clunks.
Mm-hmm.
When the clunk gets to them.
Well, yeah, right, like little islands there.
Yeah. Although what's happening in that right there?
Yeah, they're sticking onto that, usually probably those protein fibers. They're just clinging on to that by threads, and that's that's what we were addressing before, the undigested protein strands. It just indicates that they're there. This is a better. So now you can see you've got a pretty. But you still have smaller ones there. So,
right.
And B12 deficiency, and do you take B12 shots at all?
I take B12s in the morning.
Under the tongue?
A vitamin, that I take over the counter vitamin.
Okay.
A B12. All
right, is it a sublingual or just a capsule?
It's a capsule.
Okay. Yeah, no, this is better. It looks, this is what you're living on primarily, it's giving you energy and things. So you have to have a certain amount of free-flowing ones there.
What's that forming right there? Like
those fibers, they get in here. These are platelets that are sticking around, not these, but the small black little globs. They're platelets, which you need. But then these fibers kind of form around there, forming a little blood clot. It's not a blood clot, but it could form into one. And then the fibers already, they trap, remember we saw in that picture, they trap the red blood cells. And those strings pull on it and they make the deformation there.
Is that another one up here?
Yes, right.
And all these bubbles are the blood cells with oxygen in it, or
the free-flowing.
Which one are the red blood cells?
These are all red blood cells. These are all. There's, and again, we look at different sizes here. We have bigger ones and smaller ones. Again, that's a B12 deficiency, but yeah, there's a big one there and a real small one there. So you could probably increase, either the supplement you're taking is not working or you're not digesting it well or something, so you probably could increase that. But yeah, it's a big one there and the real small ones there. But there's about 700 to 1 ratio. 1 white blood cell to 700 red. And so when you have an increase, then we take a look at that and see if you're fighting off, some infection or whatever. And even in this good area, you've got some of the clumping there and the fiber sticking things together. I'm getting out toward the edge here, so I'm going to whip along until I find a better area.
There's no movement at all in this area.
It's slowing down a bit. These are little crystals, like cholesterol crystals. And,
what's that big moment right there?
yeah, those are the say the little hardened fat molecules in cholesterol, plaque. And they're still moving. You can tell when they look like balloons, they kind of are stuck a little bit down there. Again, they're stuck onto those fibers there, so that indicates your proteins are not being digested as well. And you don't have enough hydrochloric acid. You said you have the GERD, you have the acid reflux.
Yeah.
Yeah. This looks a lot better than the other areas. But again, you have some. It's not bad. I mean, you don't have a lot of these oxidized. That would be the free radical damage. But now we're getting into the good part here, I think.
All being stuck together.
And they've lost their innards. See, they've lost the hemoglobin in there. They're gray, just gray, flat looking. Yeah, those are called hemolyzed, and the hemoglobin is kind of departed for a number of different reasons. But that right there is a pretty good picture, It looks healthy.
Healthy.
Yeah, for the most part. Except for the small ones and the larger ones, but they should be kind of uniform in size. But that's kind of what you are shooting for, lots of that, as opposed to the other stuck together.